Hey, welcome to Cooking Jook, everybody. This is the show where we combine and pair good food and good music. My name is Yeyo. Appreciate you stopping by. Today we're going to make something really simple and something that I hope you enjoy. I like to call it golden pasta. I don't know if that name is floating somewhere out there in the universe. It probably is. It doesn't seem very original. But we're going to have some fun and very simple ingredients. This is a vegetarian pasta. So if you're a veggie, go for it. And if you're not, then don't go for it. I have some water here, and it's got some turmeric in it, and that's where the golden part comes from. And we're not using a whole lot. I have about a teaspoon in there, and I'm going to put some in the pan that we're going to be putting some olive oil in, and we're going to add some garlic, cook that for a little bit. Then we're going to add some tomatoes. I got these small tomatoes here. We're going to cook some, and then we're going to add some toward the end. So make sure you hold on to some. How's your day going? My day's going all right. I'm gonna add some olive oil, a good amount too. So I got enough to cover the bottom of the pan. This is a fairly nice sized pan. Put that off to the side. Got the heat at about medium. In the meanwhile, let me give you a quick little shot of the pasta water that I have salted. Check that out. All right. And let's say I added about maybe a teaspoon. All right. So while that's going, we're gonna get mad garlicky, son. Mad garlics. We're gonna go hard on the garlic. How many garlics are in a go hard? Because that's how much we're doing. We're going hard on the garlic. How many garlics are in a go hard? Siri, how many garlics are in a go hard? Siri has no clue what I'm talking about. Let me call her cousin. Hey, Tahiri, how many garlics are in a go hard? Say about 11. About 11 garlics. Yo, don't you hate when you get to the garlic and you get down to this little piece right here? And it's like, do I throw it away? Or do I just make myself upset? But then if I throw it away, I'm also making myself upset. So we might as well use it. I know my neighbors are like, what the heck is going on over there? And with this garlic, you don't need to, we're not looking for a super fine, mince or anything like that. You can go a little rough on the sides of the pieces. This is a very quick and easy dish. I'll just put that right there. Quick and easy dish. This is great as a, can go as a full meal or as a side. Obviously, you can add things like shrimp and different vegetables, all types of stuff. And today's song, just an FYI, it's a throwback. It's a real throwback, and I'm very overcome with thoughts of joy when I think of this record. And I hope some of you will too. And for some of you who may be new to this record, I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, I don't care about you. I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I appreciate you stopping by. If you dig what you're watching, please do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Golden pasta, well, technically spaghetti is what we're gonna be using today. Because I've got a ton of it, and I don't typically buy a lot of spaghetti. But somebody somewhere said, the world is falling apart, there's gonna be no food. So I went out and bought a bunch. Always be careful when you're using your knives. I cut myself by accident like 2 years ago. I still feel it. It was bad. And I'll be honest, this finger right here does not look the same. It's different. All right, so we're gonna get this garlic going. Let me move this off to the side. Are you recording, sir? Because you was tripping last time. All right. so garlic is in. Gonna do salt and pepper. I'm gonna bring that to like medium lowish. I'll bring that down to about a 3. And let's get some salt and pepper there. And the fragrance of this is crazy. I'm gonna put my water on high because I'm about to throw my spaghetti in there because that's gonna take a little bit of time to cook. Put some cracked pepper up in there. You don't need to be shy about it. I'll lower that down to 2. So now we're gonna get our tomatoes going. I'm gonna use a different knife. You can use this knife if you want to, but just when you're cutting stuff that has smooth surfaces, if you have a knife with teeth, like that, you see it's got those little ridges right there, that helps with the smooth surfaces. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to, actually, let me throw these tomatoes in here first. Let those cook down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook these. And I forget what these are these champagne tomatoes or grape tomatoes? I can't remember. They're cherry, I don't know. But they came in this pack with red and orange or gold on the side. We're gonna let them cook down. Low heat, we don't want them to, this isn't gonna be simmering for a very long time. This is just kind of warm them through. Some of them will probably pop open. That's cool. And then at the end, we're gonna throw some cold tomatoes onto the pasta, mix it all up. We're gonna salt and pepper these, so make sure you do that. And then I got a little piece of basil that's just like super lonely, so we're gonna do something with that. Add a little more salt to that for the tomatoes. Bring this up to about a 3. Because remember, we're gonna put the pasta. We're gonna put the pasta in there, and the pasta is gonna cook at a higher temperature. So that's going. We're gonna get a little bit of that garlic residue on the tomatoes, and then ain't nothing to be upset about. So what I like about this knife with the teeth is some of these tomatoes are very, very delicate, and I don't want to pop them open. You can cut them into smaller pieces if you want, but for me, half works. But do what makes you happy. And I just want to say, I think this is a great dish if you're cooking for somebody special. I think this is nice. Oh, and remind me to grate some cheese on top of this. I'm going bougie, I'm not gonna lie. I don't typically grate cheese myself when it comes to pasta dishes. I like it, I just don't typically do it. Let me bring these tomatoes up to medium. We're gonna throw this pasta in the water. But I think this is a nice dish for you know, one of those nights, you know. And if garlic doesn't bother you, like me. Now, if garlic bothers you, or you don't want to go too hard in the garlic, you can go herbs. But I mean, come on, what's a dish like this without garlic? You could do onions. I just think aesthetically this is a pleasing dish. And I'm going to put a little turmeric in the oil as well. I don't want to cook it down too much because I don't want to burn it. Like I want it to color the oil. So I got a little turmeric right here. I don't want to put too much. I don't want the flavor of the turmeric to overpower the dish. So So I want to cook some of that raw turmeric flavor off. Alright. I got like a little bit left over from another pasta dish I did a little while ago. I'm going to add some more. You see, I got a hat on today. You see what time it is. It's not a game today. We're not playing games today. All right. Let me bring out this cheese before I forget, because I will definitely forget, because I always forget something. We got a big old bougie block of cheese. Where's my grater? I got a grater somewhere over here. Where are you? Where are you, my friends? See, this is what happens when you don't do stuff beforehand. Come on, don't do this in front of company. Oh, look at that. It's right there in front of me. Okay. And we're going to cook this al dente somewhere in the, I want to say 7-ish minutes. Let me see. Wait, where are the, how much is al dente over here? How much is al dente over here? 9 to 11 minutes. All right, so that'll give me time to lower this a little bit. And put a timer. All right. So got a timer going. TikTok. Yeah, zoom in, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. And then we're gonna show you some love too. You see that? Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, that's confusing. Okay, all right. All right, enough of that foolishness. So, cooking Jook. If this is your first time here, like I said before, is my head doing that? Is it doing like the race car thing across my head? Huh? So cooking Jook, what we do here is we combine good food and good music. So we're pairing dishes with music. And what I'll do is I'll put a link below to a record, most likely on YouTube, that I think you should go listen to while you eat this. Or just something that I think just pairs well. You know how you might go to a restaurant if you're of age and if you drink wine and you pair a wine dish, or I mean you pair a wine with your dish. That's what we're doing here, but we're not doing it with wine, we're doing it with music. So today I'm gonna pair this dish with a song that I think you should check out. And that's it. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on here. You know what, let me go pink salt. Should we go pink salt? Let's go pink salt. All right, salt and pepper. And I'm gonna top this with a little bit of the better olive oil. This is better olive oil than what I'm cooking with. Not that the other one's bad, but some folks will tell you that if you're cooking with olive oil, cook with the cheaper stuff and finish with the better stuff. So we may add some of this later. I'll be honest, man. I love it all. I'm not gonna lie, this by itself I could eat all day. Am I too close? I might be too close. I want you to see the inside. Give me one of these. Oh, my shoulder goods. All right. Let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, this might not make it. Para, yeah, stop. You go clean up. My advice, if you can clean up as you go, do that. Should I add chili flakes to this? Ooh. I'm gonna hold off for now. All right, let me get my towel, put my salt back up. Super simple. Now it's just a matter of time, just like the pasta being done. But that's it. Look at the color on this. It's ridiculous. Let me get out of stir with a spoon instead. The garlic smells ridiculous. It's not burning. It's just like really, really warming up. I love it. You could, and I'll do this for you one day. One day I'll cook some tomatoes like in a similar way, and show you how I do breakfast with something like that. All right, what else we got? Dishes. This is actually clean. Put this back up because we did not use this. You know what? I think this pasta could use some more turmeric-y color, golden-y color. I'm gonna go harder on the turmeric. Siri, how many go hards are in a turmeric golden water? Tahiri, how many go hards are in turmeric golden water? It's about 2 tablespoons. Oh yeah. Let me get some of that water. And I got some basil, a little bit that we're just gonna use for garnish. All right, so this pasta is just about ready to go into the big dish, which is a big pan, I should say. We're gonna raise that temperature up again. We're gonna bring in some of the pasta water. I'm gonna just drain as much as I can right here. I'm just gonna just dump it like that. And naturally, we're bringing some of the water just by doing it like this, but I am gonna add a little bit more. Get a little closer. You know, if you got a strainer, by all means strain. Just make sure you keep some of that water with you. All right, so let me get a little bit of this pasta water. So now I have it heated around a 7. All right, and while that's finishing up, let me give it a little. Give it a little stir. And we're going to give it a little taste in a minute. Put some olive oil on there. What do we have with this? Should we? Yeah, I think we're close enough to the ends. Add a little bit of olive oil. Remind me, don't let me forget the cheese. Cut that off. All right, now we're gonna just let's cut this basil. Just gonna give that just a little chop. Nothing crazy. I'll probably throw a couple pieces in the pot, in the pan, just to introduce ourselves. My name is Hove. Yay to the Yeyo. Grab my tongs. Right. Let me grab a fork real quick. Just see where we're at. See what we're looking like. Okay. It's all right. Simple, fresh. Pepper. Pepper. Throw a little bit more of this basil in here. And TikTok. All right. I'm gonna grate some cheese in here, and then when I serve it, I'm gonna grate some more. Because, come on. Do I need to explain? Do I need to explain? Yeah, I think so. Unless you're lactose intolerant, then by all means skip this step. All right. Let's get some cheese in here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna let that fold in. Oh, look at that, a big old chunk fell out. I should leave you in there for behaving bad. All right, I'm gonna throw that chunk back in there. And I'm gonna just let you do what you do, because you're obviously not following the rules. Okay, I think we can cut this off. I think that's a decent amount to start with. All right, let's give this a little fold. Let that cheese melt up in there. Give that a little twist. You see some of those tomatoes? See how some of them, they kind of popped open? And then some of them still held their shape. You see this guy? This is a G right here. This is a G. He ain't fold. This one right here though. You know you wouldn't be involved with the underworld. Don't be involved with the underworld. That's a bad thing. That's just a Jay-Z line. All right, let's plate this up. Oh, we got the tomatoes. I almost forgot. Hey, if you don't have a wide bowl like this, get you one. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna toss them all in this. If I was serving it to like a bunch of people, then I would totally toss all these tomatoes in here. But since it's just me, myself, and I, I'm gonna just toss them here. So you got Let me let you get a better angle right here. Okay, there we go. Yo, get off the stage, little mama. My bad, little mama. All right. All right. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Come on now. Come on now. Stop tripping. And then just uno poquito. So here you go. Oh. No, I was doing too much. Golden pasta, spaghetti, golden spaghetti, turmeric, garlic, tomatoes, basil. That's it. And olive oil. Really simple. Let's give this a try. See what we got going on over here. All right. Yo, if you're not eating spaghetti with a spoon and a fork, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. That's not how a family does it. That's not how they do it in the old country. All right, so. All right, yo, chill, yo, you a backup dancer. Back up. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. We're gonna start off small. Oh man, it almost tastes like lemon in a way. No, there's no lemon in here. Let me get some tomato on that John, like how the bulls in Philly be saying, like how the bull be saying. Some tomato on that John. Got some tomato on there. Yes, sir. Got a little chili flake because went down just a little bit, just a little bit. Yo, this is nice, and I'm a carnivore, yo. So for me to tell you like this is better than good, by all means. See, simple. What took the longest was boiling the pasta. Come on, man. Very colorful dish. All right. You want to add a dash of green. Go broccoli. Go different color peppers. Throw some cauliflower in here. And just build it up. This is a good base. This is magnificent. I'm gonna make this more often. I already have another dish. If you put 3 shrimp on top of this, it's 38 bucks. Decent size. Don't give me these little. Give me a little salad shrimp. Put 3 prawns. Put prawns on there. Don't put shrimp. Put prawns on there. Cooking Jook. Back to the program. So again, so you know we pair good music and good food. We're past the good food portion of the show, and now it is time for the good music. So I felt like taking it back to the, I want to say this is what, the early 90s? I want to say it's like 92, which is an interesting time because like cities like LA was on fire. LA was on fire. Forgive me if I get the year wrong. This might be closer to like 94, 95. But LA was on fire. Just so much going on. So much. I mean, there's always something going on, right? But it was a time for music, in my opinion. It was a time for music, specifically urban music, where there was such a diverse array of sounds. Nobody sounded like anybody. Even people in similar genres from similar places sounded totally different, you know? It's fantastic. Having the fresh tomatoes versus having the cooked tomatoes. It's like 2 versions of the same thing. So different. Such a huge difference. Such a huge difference. This personally, I prefer the uncooked one if I had to pick. But I like to play with textures, mix them around. Anyway, so early mid-90s, music was in such a beautiful place because you had such different flavors, different sounds. Now, I will say, it was dominated by 2 cities. It was New York and LA. But they're the biggest markets, so it's not surprising. And that's where all the labels were. You know, you want to, in most cases, to get a big time record deal, LA or New York. So that's where people went. And then, you know, you had your people coming up in cities like Atlanta and Houston. Even though Houston's a major market, it's still not New York. And this is pre-internet, you know. And even when the internet was first around commercially for people, it was still like, I mean, if you got an iPhone 2 today, you were doing way better than people were back in the day when the internet first came out on their computers, you know. And today's song is from a genre, the era in the 90s called New Jack Swing. New Jack Swing makes me think of urban music today, not because it sounds alike. Doesn't sound anything like but because let me go turn the AC on, because I usually turn it off when I'm cooking so it doesn't go all over the house. But let me just. All right. It doesn't help that it's like 1,000 degrees outside. But New Jack Swing. There's certain artists that come to mind. Some of you folks who are a little bit more seasoned are thinking, you know, Backstreet and Bobby Brown, Belle Biv DeVoe, and maybe this group. This group was, I hate to call them a one-hit wonder, but I'll be honest, I don't know any song from them. Not to say that they aren't. I'm just saying I just know them from this one song. I bought the single on cassette. I have it. I think I still have it. If you look up New Jack Swing on YouTube, I believe a playlist comes up with this song. It's like number 4 of like greatest New Jack Swing songs of all time. I love this record. It's from a group called, I'll give you a hint, it's not any of the ones that I mentioned before. I'll give you one last guess. 3, 2, 1. Portrait. The group is called Portrait. Some of you already know what song it is. It is Here We Go Again. Some of you, if you hear a cracking sound in the background of your house right now, that's your mom, your mama, or your auntie that went to FAM, or that went to North Carolina A&T, or Alcorn State or Prairie View. You know what she's doing? You know what that cracking sound is? That's her stretching. She's doing like this. She's doing like this. That's your auntie stretching. You might be asking yourself, why? She about to start dancing. She's about to start busting the groove. She busting a move. My bad. She about to bust a move. You about to hear phrases like, "Oh girl, that's the cut. That's my jam." You about to hear that. So I would stay out the way, but be nearby just in case they need help, because something bad could happen. I'm not gonna lie. When this record came out, impossible to stand still to this record. It's one of those records, musically I can't describe it. You know, like I said, like when I think of New Jack Swing, when I think of today's music, when I say it reminds me of it, it's not the sound, it's just that it takes everything that's urban and combines it. So like, you know, nowadays you have a lot of, you know, R&B that sounds like rap, and trap that sounds like this, and it's just all like one big genre now. And whether you think that's good or bad, that's another video. You know, I tend to be more of a hip hop purist, you know, when it comes to my beats and my rhymes, but you know, it is what it is. But New Jack Swing was a blend of a lot of different just sounds. So you might have like some hip hop drums, but an R&B hook, and there might be like a rapper featured, and you're just like, I don't know what this is, but I kind of like it, you know? It's usually very upbeat, and it's the type of record where people sweat. People used to sweat on the dance floor to these records, and you know, that's always a good thing to see, you know? People just having fun. People weren't afraid to dance. Even the gangsters used to dance, and there's good times, man. Good times. Portrait, Here We Go. I'm gonna put a link to it. Yeah, so Portrait, Here We Go. We'll put a link to it. Make sure you check it out. Also, you know, if you like what you see, I'd appreciate, you know, all the stuff that happens underneath the videos, you know. It's a good look. And man, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Drop me some feedback. Any questions or Whew, that was good. I want to eat more, bro. My stomach is like, yo, chill for a little bit. Just chill. Chill. Don't worry. This ain't the last meal, hopefully. But suggest some songs. Put some links to some music. And if I think something is dope, I see what I could do. I'll try to create a dish that goes with your suggestion. I'm going to be honest with you. That's something I'm going to do temporarily. So get in while you can. Or also just throw some dishes my way. Throw a dish that you want me to make. And I'll make it if I think it's something that could be dope. And I'll pair a song to it. So I want to hear what you think. Golden pasta. You see how simple it was. Tomatoes. A little bit of basil, which is optional. Garlic, olive oil. It's almost like kind of like a pomodoro in a way. Yeah, look that up. I'll make one day, but it's in that pomodoro neighborhood. And what gives it that color? I put some turmeric in the water. You saw what the water looked like, and then I put some more in the pasta. So this is it. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I want to thank you for spending time with me. It's Cooking Jook. My name is Yeyo. God bless. Peace.